We're trying to be as quiet as possible. Not really. Actually, how's it going, everybody?
Hey guys.
What's up, guys?
Oh, let me pull chat up.
Hunting the wild map positions.
Yeah, a lot of talk about cartography in the room today.
Indeed, and studies with regard to how far doth a laden pony travel? Indeed. I learned quite a bit about the Pony Express, though. Do you know if you were a Pony Express rider, you could not weigh more than 125 pounds?
I did know that.
And you rode like basically 100 miles a day at a gallop.
That sounds about right, yeah.
It's pretty freaking wicked. Have you ever galloped on a horse?
Oh yeah, not for no 100 miles. No fucking way. My ass wouldn't survive.
Like,
literally, my ass would not survive.
I'm wondering if they had like leather cups or some shit they put in. You know?
Yeah, you must have had some like serious.
Chaps don't protect your balls, bro.
Yeah.
You ever been?
Didn't you? Was it like on NBC or something? There was a nightly drama, like a weekly drama about the Pony Express.
A nightly drama?
No, because it was about Pony Express riders.
Oh, so it was a westerly drama.
Yeah.
But not a Westeros drama.
Not a Westeros drama. No. Western.
An evening drama.
Right. Exactly.
About the Pony Express.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Anyway, yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
So this is Fireside Chat number 14.
Indeed.
14. Wow.
Yep.
That's a lot.
I've ridden quite a bit actually this year. And yeah, it's. Can you imagine 100 miles in the saddle, galloping basically the entire friggin' way?
Yeah, no, not interested.
Good. And you had to also bust out your little horn on the way and be like, "Burp, burp," so they would notice that your horse up.
Out of their knees.
Yeah, because you'd be posting the whole time to protect your nuts.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, dude. Oh, man. So as you probably guessed just from the banter, one of the big things that was going on in the time since last Friday was that we started talking about the map, since we met our Patreon goal a little while ago. And so we've been talking about logistics, where we're going to put cameras, how we're going to manage, like the scene layout, stuff like that for the streams. But at the same time, Mr. Ombo and his little magic book there are filled with all the factoids necessary to get scale and placement right.
Yeah. Correct. So, what I'm actually working on this page, and you can't read it from there, so I don't mind showing you, is a list of...
Zoom in. Enhance.
Zoom in.
Enhance.
Dude, it's super scrawly. Enhance. Is both a key at the top of either of these, average speeds of, for example, a laden horse, and it's an average overall, and then the distances, the land distances between major points on the map, so that the first thing we can do is lay out the skeleton of, all of the key points and their travel routes between them at proper distance and scale, so that when I fill in the continents around them, it will also be a proper scale. And so in here I also have from this particular coast to this particular coast, and from here to here, so I can set up keys to all of that in pencil and sketch that stuff out so that our scale is correct. Because my current Photoshop version is, maybe a little fanciful with regard to scale, as maps in the olden times were. Because, you asked your horse how far you traveled today.
It would say nay.
It would say nay. Indeed. You could travel with a little wheel that, clicked a thing and put a notch into a peg or something.
Yeah. You have a little piece of chalk or something.
Right, exactly. And as you rode, it would go... And then you could, count the scratches or something.
Yeah, well,
that's a real device.
Horse lengths.
That's
sort of a real device.
No,
they actually use an analog counter, which is probably a little too complex a clockwork for
there's a
for
little,
Vaylor. Maybe the snootiest clockmaster in Vaylor has himself a little
Stanford. It was Stanford, but there's this little thing, which is basically a wheel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With a little clicky bit right there.
Yeah.
And all it does is it rolls while you push it, like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
So if we have wheelbarrow clicking technology, the Brogine could probably measure their churches in one click. Two
just by counting.
Yeah, that I'm sure exists.
in a turn of a wheel.
But can you imagine doing that, like, say, on a trail with the horse and your clicker is riding behind you? Like,
Absolutely, because
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, when it's your job, you care about it more.
Absolutely, because they did it.
I lost track. What number were we on?
That's how they survey.
You gotta go back.
Dude, monks don't lose track. That's their job.
One.
Don't talk to Brother Fred. Brother Fred is counting.
Yeah, and if they do, they get a vow of silence, right?
That's right. Now let it talk. You screwed up Brother Fred's count.
I'm sure that's how it works.
Exactly.
Chuffed.
Chuffed. That's funny.
Oh, it's good to hear that you can hear us.
Yeah, I noticed how far away the microphone was and realized we should pull it forward. That's what that was about.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I could probably even pull it closer if I have to, because it looks like there's enough cable. But
Sweet.
we do seem to be doing all right, so.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I could talk about what I did.
What did you do since Friday?
Yes,
Friday evening.
This weekend.
This stream feels as if there's been a little less time in between.
Well, yeah, there has been literally no
2 days and a holiday.
Literally no work days.
But we've done some work.
Yes.
Yeah, that said we worked anyway because that's what we do. But yeah, so today I've been working on the patron/founders site, and I realized as I was trying to struggle to fix a particular problem that we talked about in the last Fireside chat that it was stupid to think about it that way. And based on some suggestions from some folks over there in the chat, hi Zero, hi Paul. I realized it was easier to just set up a subsite specifically for the patrons that has all of the patron stuff on it, and then we can just have them log on there, verify their accounts, then they can just get access to all of the stuff there, period, right?
Yeah, perfect.
And yeah, that probably does mean that outside of the forums, a lot of the traffic moves over to the patron site for our founders and stuff, but I don't think that's bad either, so...
No. It is a gated community.
Right. So I'm setting up patrons.skywardstar.com, and everybody who is a Revival/Theleston founder will get access when they log in and register their accounts once it's all set up. It's not open yet. And then any of the patrons, when they register as part of our patron email, we'll have to point them to the site.
Yes.
Right. And then when they register, we'll get a notice. We'll make sure that they're one of our patrons. If they are, then we just give them patron status and they're good to go.
All right.
And the site will automatically filter out content so that if you aren't a patron, all you're going to see is whatever our public posts there are, like news posts or whatever, if there are even any of those. Otherwise, what you'll see is a page that says, "We're sorry, it looks like you're not a patron.
Yeah.
Would you like to become a patron?"
Head on over to the bucket.
Right, exactly. And so that's what I've been working on basically all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, today I came into the office being like, hell yeah, I get to work with Photoshop again. It's going to be great. I'm going to finish up this picture. I'm going to publish it. Get back to writing some of the Wayfarer story. Maybe crash out a couple of things for the Ownwa or the Snipe Hunter if they needed them, because I ask that question about every day when we're in here. But then I came on and found that my PSD for the ship had been corrupted, must have closed down the computer too quickly before I left or something. But literally, what was a beautiful painting is now a black backspace with a little red bar at the very top of it.
A noisy red bar.
Super corrupted.
And so all day I've been working in the what is it? The JPEG or
PNG.
The PNG, sorry.
Portable network graphics.
The PNG file in order to shape it up again.
I don't think they're that old.
And then add what I was going to add when I came in here, which was a cloud and lightning effect. The clouds, by the way, are much harder than lightning. Lightning is really easy to do once you get it down. It's clouds that are really, really, really fucking annoying.
Well, yeah, the light's all wrong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There are three rules of computing.
It's 100 billion trillion,
and that goes for
prisms
digital
floating
art
in
as well.
space.
Yeah. But no.
Not tonight.
Not right now.
Afraid not. No.
But yep, that's what I've been doing today. I have gone over my story during the weekend, and I did that kind of stuff. So mostly lore, content design.
We actually do have a Perforce Depot, but it was not being used by said artist.
Correct.
No, I was not.
Correct.
I was being a little laissez-faire.
Yep. I was just
little
answering
maverick.
questions. And we actually have like
Bad about that.
three questions stored up.
Yep, I saw them.
Before we forget them, do you want to answer a couple?
Yeah, I was.
I can take the first one because it was when's the bot coming back.
Well, yeah, that's yours.
So the answer is the bot will come back soon. TM.
Trademark.
Yep. So actually, the other thing that I did this week, and it's actually why I wanted to step in, I forgot to mention it, was I worked on the bot. Mostly working on the UI stuff. So if anybody caught the stream where I was working on the bot, you'll know that I left it at the just having started the settings screen, basically. So now that's all finished, but now I got to write the code that takes any changes you make and updates all of the data, and then the UI will be done. And from there, I can actually move on to putting in the new features that we are actually planning on using. So I figure it's about one more session to fix the UI and finalize it, and then I have no idea how long the new features will take, but I can start rolling out incremental updates once the UI is finished. So, in theory, the bot will be back this time next week.
Promising.
I'll welcome her back with open arms.
Indeed.
Yeah, I've missed our bot.
What was the other question?
There was how was our Traders Day, but I'm gonna save that one for the last.
Well,
and the other one was that was somewhat
how
pithy.
are we going to deal with piracy?
How are we going to deal
in
with
the
piracy
pen and
with
paper?
the pen and paper?
Ooh, I like piracy.
And
I wrote a group of pirates. In fact, I know pirate lore.
not that sort of piracy.
The other
piracy
kind
on the
of piracy.
high internet.
Hired pirates. Well,
Well, there's only so much you can do.
you won't get
with
access
regard
to. the
to
chronicler.
see, hold on, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do with regard to piracy of a pen and paper product. I mean, you can scan it, you can digitize it.
The analog loophole.
It's very easy to copy that. And if we mark it via an on-demand service,
I thought we were just going to print every page with that red and black stuff, and then with the red filter, so you...
exactly. That's it. I was gonna.
Now
I
you
was
can
partial
only
to the
view our
hidden ink.
book with the
Oh, yeah,
special
like with the
DM
pen.
monocle.
Right,
pen?
exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to buy the
You
pen.
do it like an old school Infocom hint book.
You got it.
You have
exactly.
to buy the
What
deal.
do
How
you
roll
want to
for
know?
initiative? You really don't know how to roll for initiative? Oh, fuck you.
Yep. Yeah, something like that. No, but really, we have a concept that we've spoken about a few times on this channel, and that is a thing that we call the chronicler. And what the chronicler is more or less a visual map of the lands we have published with an iteration of the virtual DM running on it to control things like weather, seasons, big happenings that you may want to incorporate into your stories.
The movements of armies across the world.
The movements of armies.
Trading caravans.
Traders, time, like actual real time,
Events in
and
the sky.
the stars,
Yep.
and things like that. So when you purchase the game, we figure a hard copy of the game, we figure we'll give you maybe a month's access to that with that purchase, but then thereafter it would be a monthly subscription, and together with the two.
Yeah, probably like 3 months. I think that's standard with something like that.
Sure, 3 months. All right.
Well, yeah, even with the Microsoft purchase of just a connection I saw, if you were to purchase one of the Halo games, because it was a Microsoft game, they would give you free whole months of a gold member
So you can go play Halo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Sure,
that's 5
that's
whole
pretty
months.
standard.
That's like
So-
half a year.
Right, so it's some amount of dynamicism that will keep all of the hardest core players of the game sort of on the same level with regard to what's happening in the world. And then if you were to go to a con and see someone else that also plays the Theleston pen and paper game, you could talk about the different events and whether or not their Dungeon Master had incorporated, or Storyteller is probably what we're going to use, but their ref has used from the Chronicler.
Cut out of the front there.
And so you're all, more or less in the same world at the same time, even though it's a pen and paper sort of game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, and it adds a constant history too. Like we'll keep records of everything that happened, just because it's the structure of how the system's going to work anyway, right? And so you'll be able to do things like, oh, I was playing in 5.15. Oh, cool, I was playing a 684 campaign,
Right.
where all that Civil War shit had already happened.
Yeah, exactly. Because you could go
Absolutely.
back and use any of the previous
Right.
events, series of
Right,
events
and
or
with your
anything.
account,
and
you'll
write
be able
your
to,
own
like,
story.
spin the clock back and see what happened.
Yeah.
Yep,
What would even to add on to that too would be there would be small nuances where some DMs might have noticed an event where others didn't. So
Right.
during the same year, you could all be talking about a Civil War year or something, just to take from your example. And this one group could be like, "Oh, we were a group of traitors, and actually, if you remember, there was a whole bandit attack, and the entire Honeyborough Trading Company got destroyed. And then because the storyteller didn't notice it for the other soldier campaign, they were like, interesting. Our DM didn't even tell us about that.
I didn't
happening.
hear about that.
Yeah.
We were in Anacotha during that period.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
Right.
cool.
So that I think buys us a little bit of safe harbor from the pirates, because they can have the core rule system, but without access to the chronicler, they don't have their finger on what's actually going on. But at the same time,
On the pulse.
if you're poor, as I was young, and what made RPGs so rad was that it was a very small investment to get the core rules, and then you could just make up everything else. You can still buy in just at the level of a single book
player's
or a
guide
player's guide or whatever. Get your few months, and then if you like it, great, and if you don't, whatever. And I'm sure there's going to be some amount of that, and that's all right. I mean, that gets your game out. I think the first time I ever played Pathfinder, the person who was introducing me to Pathfinder was playing on a giant printed out set of rules in a big old three-ring binder. Hey, now I know what Pathfinder is, and I've given them money, so I guess Paizo wins.
The first time I played Pathfinder, it was with a PDF from the guys at Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pazio.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and it was hey, thanks for opening a dev account with us. Here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I keep hearing about this game. Right on. But they clearly didn't care that they were giving it away for free. You know what I mean?
well, absolutely.
The Pazio guys put up all their rules online with a download and PDF file for you to
it's
print
open
it out.
source.
Right. I was gonna say it's D20, right?
Yeah.
It's
D20.
D20. So they have to surprise. It's part of the license.
Yeah. Farther down the line, absolutely. If there's some way we could do that easily and quickly, sure.
Yeah, or contract with Shapeways or somebody. But
D&D does it.
Or Hero Forge,
Pathfinder
is that the
does
name
it.
of
Yeah,
that
Hero
one
Forge.
company?
Yep, absolutely.
It would be nice to have some.
That'd be great. We have a 3D
Cthulhu
printer over here,
miniatures
but
that
it's
aren't,
not very high resolution,
and it's super
the
small.
golden
And it
hella
takes
slow and
10 million
small.
hours to print something.
So I'm not going to be knocking those out for you.
Would-
But
What's that?
if we could get a good partnership or
It would
something
also
with
be
someone,
nice.
absolutely. It's within the.
It would
the
also
realm
be
of
nice
cool.
to have
I love
Cthulhu miniatures that aren't from the 1920s, but instead
I see what you mean.
dark
Yeah,
fantasy Conan ones.
Theleston's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, exactly. We wouldn't want to step on Chaos Im's toes anyway.
Yeah,
No, absolutely
that's actually an
not.
interesting point, though, because it does bring up one of the things that we were talking about today, which is where do we get the art for that?
Correct.
And we have an answer.
And
to
we
that.
do have an answer to that. Because our first goal has been met, and now that ball is rolling, we had to put up a new goal. So we have a new goal. It's set for the next achievable tier, I think. And it is that once we hit $500 a month on our Patreon, we will be able to dedicate some decent chunk of money to hiring out our list of art requests that Verity's been working on that is built for the pen and paper or pencil and paper game
Yeah, we're
book.
going to start getting some art.
So we'll be getting some art
Which
when
would
we
be
can hit
badass.
that, and that'll be badass. Because we have a lot of art needs. We have tons of art needs, lots.
And we're not artists.
Friggin' lots. And I was an artist. I try to be an artist, but man, there are way better illustrators than me, and you don't need my scratching on every page.
You all saw my murder cat. That's as good as it gets.
And that
The
at least
stuff that
started
I'm
with a real
pumping out?
picture.
And that started with a real cat. Yeah.
You go
Takes too
check out the Twitter, and you can see my little doodles. I put them up with the hashtag #MakeMoreArt, and it's not gonna fly. So we need to hire real artists. That's our next goal.
Yep. And we're almost there. So.
Yep, we are trucking right along. Thank you, everybody. Do the little Taylor Swift heart.
Seriously though, thank you.
You the best.
Big fat thanks.
Another thing I did, as everyone keeps talking about murder cats, over the weekend, is I published this month's first story. It's there. It's live now. If you're a patron, it's on your patron page. Probably got an email. If you're not a patron, it is currently on the Theleston page, I think. And then...
Yeah, it's the last public story. In fact, they're all going to start going away very soon.
Exactly. I hear tell that...
Eventually, it will be the only story up until we post the next free story.
Correct. Right.
Actually, I think it'll be that one and the last one, actually, will stay up this month, and the next month will be
the next two. Yeah. And they will replace each other. And then from thenceforth, only 2 stories will be available to the general public at any given time.
And stories that get published immediately will be Patreon only on the patron site.
Correct.
For the first month. They won't get into the rotation until the next month once we have enough stories.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're pretty much there, so that might actually start like next week.
Yep. And so, that will be
be
rolling in.
Baby Cannon, cats are free from that cycle. That's not how that works. Bast rule over cats. So wouldn't be hanging out with Anima if they hang out at all.
Maybe Anima and Bast have a tea party every now and then. Yeah. Bast brings all the cats.
Oh, well.
Says thanks for the life energy I used to make all of my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
So stories. Read the story. It's got cats in.
All my cat people put their paws in the air.
Colossal Miniatures head plot. If I can get it done, man. Actually, we know a guy that does resins out, resin casts out on the West Coast, and maybe we can get in touch with his fulfillment house and find a way to do that.
Yeah, he does like 10-inch maquettes. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait,
but
I think
I would pay some good cash for a 10-inch maquette of Anima, in her 6-breasted glory.
Hell yeah,
that would be the chin.
Hell yeah.
Secret food. I also want a desk fountain that is that old
Nodin statue. Yeah, I agree.
Talk to Cliff.
He's got
about
the rain
that.
clouds in each hand. One of my favorite statues in the game.
Pretty great. I agree.
All right, so that's pretty much all that we had time in the 4 days since we last spoke to really get done.
Correct.
Over the course of the next week, I'm writing some story stuff. Like I said, I'm going to finish out the patron site. What are you working on this week?
Map preparation and writing for the website, which kind of go hand in hand because the missing pieces of the website are things
descriptions
like
of the places on
the
the
description
map.
of Greyshore. When
Totally.
maybe in that description you're going to want to know, I don't know how many acres or hectares or square miles of space that island takes up.
Fair enough.
So that's what I'm doing right here.
And
Dem notes.
I will be completing, or at least adding to the artist request list. I don't think we're going to be completing that list anytime soon.
No, that list will always grow.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be doing the artist request list. I'll also be helping these guys and their other client do some map mask stuff. And yeah, there's that stuff I need to do.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
But also, what I'm thinking of working on is that Wayfarer story. I know I've been talking about a lot. It is longer than I thought it would be, but I have more muses, and I'm actually touching on it way more than I was.
You're touching your muse?
Yeah, all the time. I touch my muse. I stroke my muse. I pet it and caress it.
Interesting.
What rhymes with muse?
It's best to keep your muse happy.
Yeah.
I think you're
What
right.
does your muse do?
It makes you muse. It
Yeah.
bemuses you.
It bemuses you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what muses do. They make you bemused.
Bemused like
Come
a
on.
cruise?
When you have no muse, are you amused?
Are you amused? No, I think you're animused.
Animused?
How does whose fiance feel about that?
So how was your Traders?
How was my Traders Day?
Explosive.
Our neighbors bought a lot of the good stuff, and so we had some cool fireworks, but they had some cool fireworks, and so there was much drinking and explosive fireworkness, a lot of which happened in the
rain.
Yeah, well, I was like, guys, just wait for the sun to go down. They're like, I'm like, it's raining. They're like, light out fireworks. I'm like, guys, whatever. So it was kind of fun, but kind of wet and kind of drunk. And my dwarf fortress was doing very well, and then a weir llama showed up, and then
Terrifying weir llama.
It was a terrifying. It was
It hungered for flesh and
It hungered
blood.
for flesh. It had patchy fur and glowing azure eyes. And it killed like 11 of my dwarves, and then some of them, because they died and things happened, weren't
zombified, or
well, no, they just stopped making booze, and then it became high winter,
and
the river froze, and there was no winter, and the well was not finished, and there was no water, so now there are about 10 dwarves left.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
And I also have to clean up the fortress and inter 30 bodies, lest I have 30 ghosts.
No, ghosts.
That's a lot of tombs.
Right. So, and I have to
Necropolis
locate
now.
the picks and make sure that these guys know how to swing a pick so that I can cut the tombs. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Grim.
Otherwise, we blew a lot of stuff up and got drunk, like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched the neighbors set off fireworks. We didn't have any here, but our neighbors across the street are pretty cool, so we hung out with them for a little bit. And then they kidnapped my niece and took her to a fireworks show in, I want to say Niwot, I don't know, somewhere. She came back all, the rain, couldn't see anything. I'm like, that's too bad. There's cool stuff going on here. There's dude with mortars down the street.
Yeah. My whole neighborhood was illegal fireworks. It was funny. I was
Our
looking
whole
around going,
subdivision was illegal fireworks.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the kids in Southmore Park, they don't truck much with the safe and sane.
Longmont was all like, we're gonna be hard on you this year, and more fines and patrolling firemen and shit like that.
Tripled the price.
I know.
Of fireworks in the Longmont shops. Like I went to go buy a brick of jumping jacks, and they were $16.
Yeah, instead of the $5.
Instead of the $5 it ought to be.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. They're like, we'll control it by turning up the cost.
Yeah. Was that all fees and taxes?
Fucking no, I know that, but I went to 2 different shops. And
Interesting.
Yeah, it was ridic. That said, like our entire subdivision had Wyoming fireworks. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, it was.
The sky was mostly lit up green, blue, and red.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Super cloudy too.
And my neighbor has super big testicles because I was like, wow, Saturn missile batteries. It's kind of like a cop summoning device. He's like, what? Psst. 25 rockets later, you know? All right, dude. Every one of those whistled, you know? One time he had one, it just finished going off, and the fire truck went around the corner and drove away. And I was like they didn't fucking see that.
Right. Well,
You
they're
know?
not, they're not cops, so if nothing's on fire.
Yeah, because we're just out here to intimidate people.
Yeah.
It's awesome that they did to see the Roman candle that tipped over.
And the Roman candle that tipped over and shot fireballs into my neighbor's garage across the street. That was pretty hot.
Nice.
That was pretty awesome.
The fucking lawn
Right.
almost lit it on fire.
It's your lawn. It's okay to light your own lawn on fire.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe don't blow up the motorcycle shop across the street. But yeah, that was our Trader's Day. It was
Yeah, it was.
Yep. I actually didn't watch even my Twilight Zone the way I normally would.
No, I usually do that on New Year's.
Yeah, I save it for New Year's too. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week
Yeah, we
at
will.
the same time. We're back to our regular schedule now that the holidays passed and our big milestone with our client is finished. So,
Yeah.
in theory, everything should be fine.
Yeah.
See ya on Tuesday. You can also check us out
Tonight.
every night of the week playing video games.
That's true.
I'm
When
playing
we're
games
not
tonight.
being Skyward, we're also the DOP crew.
That's
Yeah.
So if you'd like the schedule for that, check out the Doobly-Doo.
Indeed.
And
And this Saturday night we're playing Civ 5 with one Polaris, right?
well, you
I
are.
heard about that, but you know what? This Saturday is the Defender competition.
Oh, are you bowing out?
I'm thinking
you
I
are-
might be camping.
You are
that
so afraid of playing Civ that you've made up an event that you have to go to.
It's not
made up.
I didn't make this
It's
up.
not
I didn't
made up.
It
create
says
it.
you're
No.
just collaborating with your dad.
I like Civ. I even here for Paul's sake, I actually came up with an idea that he firsthand
Absolutely.
said was okay.
Absolutely.
If we were to start off, say, in the medieval era or some time period. All of us start off with
he
a
said
sect
you could custom
of tech.
game and set a game up.
Go
that
to
is
Pangea
made to be short.
or some like
Everybody shares borders.
more
that kind of thing.
almost connected, like not super
Then
islandy
you're
place.
not playing Civ.
No,
Right.
instead we're
Then you're
playing
playing
mid-civ or something like
else.
that.
Yeah,
it's
you're
because I
playing
told
some
him
other turn-based strategy game.
I told him that DEF CON goes quickly and starts and finishes. And he was like, well, I could make the game like that. And I was like, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
In fact, I was down to play this Saturday until I remembered, oh yeah, I think I'm going camping.
So you say, just remember, Paul, I didn't let you down.
Oh. I even made up a plan that would make him
I'll
feel
take
better about it,
pictures.
but I didn't let you down. I'll bother him more than once to
no
record
service at Pickle Gulch, so I will record you, but there is no.
Well, it doesn't matter
service
because
Pickle
I've been
Gulch.
telling you guys anyway that we need more recorded content on YouTube because it brings us money.
Well, I don't know.
Yes,
Through
those 13
revenue.
cents we make every
know.
once in a while.
That 13 cents every 6 months would equal to about $100.
I'm down with that, Pilar.
Yeah,
We can
totally,
do that.
Paul.
That's cool.
And that $100 right there could get us food. There you go.
I know, Rose, right?
It's
I'm going
a-
to go Google this shit on the internet. I don't believe this event exists. That's all I'm saying.
Totally does.
I'm sure it does.
But
I'm kidding.
guys, if you're
Caregalen
interested in
Defender.
the game that
I came
I'm
in second
playing
place
tonight,
last year at Caregalen Defender.
I'm
That's
playing
right, I remember that.
Nobunaga's Ambition.
Nobunaga's Ambition.
Nobunaga.
Yes,
Hardcore.
Noba.
totally.
Yeah, I would like to take this tourney. That would be really dope. I got second place last year.
Didn't Tavern kick your ass?
No,
Was it Finn?
Can. No,
No, it wasn't Finn.
I
You
lost to
kicked
Grellin.
Finn's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I beat Finn.
Yeah.
I lost to Grellin.
Okay.
So this
Don't
year.
see him that often. so-
Right.
Yeah.
See how many people and see maybe he's not there.
Yeah, I see.
That said, I'm pretty sure Taver's gonna go out for Defender.
Yeah,
So
but you spent a year getting good, right? You're higher level now.
I am higher level. Unfortunately, I train primarily with Taver.
Grim.
Yeah, who was just offered his chivalry this last weekend at Grace and Valor. Probably about half an hour after I left because my girls were freaking out because they were having allergy attacks. I guess there was some like spore or pollen or something that they don't usually react to at the site. But I did get 6 hours or so of classes in with a couple people with Dukes, a couple Super Dukes. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Learned some new tricks.
Learned some cool shit. Yeah, I learned a
couple new stances.
feint to the belly that then you Moliné into a face plant, which is pretty good. Learned some stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
Things about controlling the tempo. Gotta control the tension, man.
I learned how to kill people who think that secondaries are gonna save them from a single blade.
Yeah, I've seen you do that lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, my most often response to somebody if they're like, "Hey, what you fighting with?" is, "You fight with whatever you're comfortable with. I'm fighting single sword."
Yep.
Because my
Seen it.
offhand is the most controlled offhand I could ever have.
Yeah. Then you're really good with it.
Yeah.
I try to.
So that was actually what we did on Saturdays. We went up to Academy of Grace and Valor. Just pretty good. Learned some cool stuff.
So we could kick some ass this weekend.
And then this weekend it's Defender, and that's like a real deal tournament. So I'm gonna have to like, go fight people.
Yeah. Bring your A game.
For real. Yeah. Bring my A game exactly. Gotta be tight. Gotta be ready.
Yeah. Go big.
Mhm.
Then go home.
And then go home. Go big. Get hammered and play drums at the fire.
Oh yeah, and then go home.
Then pack up and go home.
Yeah, right. That's it. Well, that's important though.
Yeah.
The middle steps are actually the most important part, I'd argue.
I think you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday will be a bunch of grueling fighting in the heat, and then afterwards would be a bunch of grueling partying in the dark.
It's up in the
Nice.
mountains. It's not gonna be
Oh, it's
that hot.
gorgeous. I know. It's
Yeah,
up
it's
at
going to be
Pickle
better
Gulch.
than it is down here.
It's about
right?
a mile up from here.
Yeah,
So
it's not gonna be that hot.
Yeah,
It's
it'll
usually
probably
cold
be
up there.
6-7 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
in the day,
Maybe
I mean,
even more.
more at night.
Yeah.
I get to go hiking, which is really nice.
Yeah.
In those cougar-infested, woods.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what you do when you see a cougar?
Run away.
Okay.
That's not what I heard.
I was going to say offer her a drink.
I was gonna say that's not the story I heard.
That's not what I was talking about. No, Pickle Gulch was also the place where we almost walked in on a cougar den. Actually saw
Yeah.
saw meat and
Yeah.
everything.
Jokes
It was
aside, be
awesome.
careful with that shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you should.
I take a sword.
I think we're done.
I think we're done. See you later, everybody.
Yep. See you next week.
Be well. Peace out. See you later. I had like 11:30 or something.